It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
I would like to do, you've seen The Floor is Lava on Netflix.
We talked about this. Yeah, you'd be good at it because you are tall.
Do that thing where you like lean and touch on both obstacles.
The only thing I'd be able to get through in The Floor is Lava is the wall.
lava?
You like it's the first part. It's just the
like
wall.
holding onto the shelf.
So easy. Yeah, but other than that, I would easily die. And I like how dramatic they are when someone falls, as if they're actually
pulling
dying.
him down, right? Someone's pulling him down.
There has to be scuba divers
Me and my
underneath
mom have
there.
been talking about this, and I think they fall in the water.
Yeah.
Everybody freeze. There's a guy down there. Then they start it again. He pulls him down. Cut the camera. I get it.
And that's it. Because there
Act
has
like
to
you
be.
never see him again. Yeah.
They signed some sort of waiver.
There's no way that it's like a semi-permeable pool.
No.
Where when you land in it and it sucks you down quicksand style. You know.
No, yeah, there can't be like some sort of black hole vortex that sucks you and then brings you to safety.
It's easier than we're making it.
There's a bunch of people down there.
TV's not as fun as it actually is.
No.
You know what I've heard? The most disappointing, since we're on TV shows, the most disappointing thing about being on The Price is Right is when you spin the big wheel, it doesn't actually beep. It doesn't beep on set. That's something that they add in post for the television screen. So when you're there and you do it, it just goes.
Are you serious? I think I would be verbally upset on TV when that happens.
A lot of times you hear people be like, oh.
That's not as climactic as I thought it'd be. I think one game show that I would be on and shit my pants on camera would be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Because you
don't get the Dave & Buster's enough, bro. You can practice there. So you won't shit your pants. Just practice, bro.
You think no? You can't just practice. It's a completely different environment because there are real money at stake.
Just as random.
With the questions, you think there's a plethora of questions with an arcade
Who Wants
game.
to Be a Millionaire? I'm thinking of Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal.
I'm thinking of Deal or No Deal.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is my favorite game at Dave & Buster's.
Deal or No Deal is my favorite SNL sketch. Did you ever see that one? Where it's Fred Armisen playing Howie Mandel and Antonio Banderas is pretending to be like the guy who's there, and he just like doesn't understand anything. He'll be like, "No deal," and they hit the button,
and he's just fucking it up.
I'll have to show it to you after this, but yeah,
that'd be nerve-wracking.
It's great.
I mean, I wonder. I'd be one of the models who opens up the suitcases to present the money. Nah, dude, I gotta lose some weight.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant.
Are we doing that? I thought we were doing the movie one first.
Oh shit, we're doing the movie one.
That's okay.
Super confused.
Hey,
welcome to another episode of ICBTB podcast.
That's right, guys.
This is the movie episode that you tuned into.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
My name is Alejandro.
And my name is Christian.
And I know I've been gone, baddies, but Daddy's home.
Zaddy's home. As
Baddie's
some people might
home.
say. Hey, baddies better be home because it's dangerous outside.
Ooh, nice way to tie it back around.
Yeah.
Are we gonna keep all of the game show talking?
Probably not. I'll do what I usually do.
A good point of it. Yeah, there's a good.
I'll take a little bit off the top.
Good little slabber of it. But I do want to say right off the top, a couple of things I got to get out of the way.
What's up?
I guess I can save it because the other episode's going to come out sooner. I'll save it for the other episode.
Save it.
Hey, I'll save it.
You'll save it.
But you know what I won't save?
What?
Your fucking life during the Purge.
Hell no.
No way, bro.
Baddies, if you look at the calendar, it's October.
It is Hortober.
It is. Don't say it like that because people might take it the wrong way.
Actually, I think they take it the same way.
Really?
Have you seen costumes recently? It's Hortober.
Actually, you are right.
I'm back, baddies.
You are back. I've missed you, man.
Yeah, save it.
Save it. I can't even pay you a compliment.
Save it for the other episode.
Gotcha. But yeah.
So we watched the Scary.
What he means is a scary movie by saying it 4 times.
But to me, that's how I rate it on the fear level.
Yeah,
it's scary.
That's your spectrum. Mm-hmm. That's your scale of rating it.
1 scary or 4 scaries. This one is scary.
You're like Yelp, but instead of like does Yelp do star reviews? No, they do. Is it stars?
Yeah.
5 stars on Yelp?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
5 stars on Yelp. That sounds exactly right.
That sounds right. Yeah, that was organic.
0 stars on Yelp.
0. None. You do that for scary movies.
Yeah.
5 scaries for a really scary movie.
Exactly. I do the same thing for comedies. It's either funny or funny or funny or funny.
So if it's not funny at all, you still call it funny?
No, I do this.
Oh, you just shake your head. Gotcha. That makes sense. But yeah, we watched a horror movie.
Yeah, and I spoiled it a little bit, but we'll say it right now. We watched
The Purge.
OG Purge, guys. We didn't flunk around with the TV show or any of the other sequels.
No.
We will maybe potentially do more of them. I had a good time watching this film.
Yeah, we watched this together, and we were talking so much shit.
We haven't seen a movie together, especially not one for the podcast, in a while. In fact, for a minute there, we were just like, we should never watch a movie together.
For a while, our thing was watching movies in theaters together, but with this whole pandemic going on, we've been unable to.
You know what the worst part about the pandemic is?
What?
You know what the last movie was that I saw in theaters?
What?
Fucking Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Back in January?
That's the worst movie ever, and that's the last movie I've seen in a movie theater. When I was in Texas, I was trying to go see Tenet, but I couldn't find 3 hours to go away.
Because it's a Christopher Nolan film, and he has to shove as many minutes in the film.
IMAX theaters open all over the place because Texas don't give a fuck. They're going to shoot coronavirus out of that motherfucker.
They're ready for it.
Come on!
Who wants COVID? You?
Anyways.
Yeah.
Purge.
Yeah, Purge. You want to get into the nitty gritty?
We'll do the Purge. If it pleases the court, I have an itty bitty nitty gritty.
Oh, I'm pleased. Go ahead.
That sounds like a disease almost.
I have an itty bitty nitty.
Gritty.
Gritty? No, I can't.
It
it's
sounds
too
like you
playful.
have like sand in your foreskin.
I didn't say you. I don't even want to imagine that feeling.
Imagine sandpaper.
I don't want to imagine it.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine it.
I thought you said you physically can't.
No, it's possible for me to imagine it, and let's stop there.
I'm back, baby.
You're back.
Ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Leo. No, I'm just kidding. The Purge was rated R. Honestly, could have been a little more violent. If they're going to go for an R, I think they could have.
I got to stop you right there. But you've said in the past that what you don't like about horror movies is the amount of gore.
And maybe,
why are you complaining?
Maybe because in my head, for the last 7 years, I've been building up this movie to be super gory. I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be far more violent than it actually ended up being.
I think the other films are way more gory than this one.
And maybe that's why I got the impression.
Yeah.
It was also released in 2013. So 7 years doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make some.
Yes. I agree with that.
Thank you.
I was in the middle of sipping. I can't just answer you when there's
a breath. It's a natural pause. Don't get mad at me. That was just a natural pause.
The way you looked at me was so judgmental.
It's fine. It's not my fault you and Jules didn't give the episode a second to breathe. I'll give ours a second to breathe.
Okay.
Why
you're acting like you're the calm one? Like, oh, you're gonna give it a second to breathe.
It had a runtime of 1 hour 25 minutes. Or quick math, go.
85 minutes.
Excellent, Christian.
Thank you.
You're doing your father proud.
That's accurate. He's an accountant.
Yes. You know my favorite fact, since we're here, my favorite fact about your father?
What?
His first job in America.
Oh, Pier 39.
Yeah.
Yeah, selling T-shirts.
Yep.
T-shirt Emporium at Pier 39.
Yes. Every time I walk past that store, because you pointed out the window to me, it's not a T-shirt store anymore. Or is it still?
It's
not anymore, huh?
I don't know if it's a T-shirt store, but it's no longer T-shirt Emporium specifically. But there is a sign off to the side that is small that says T-shirt Emporium, and every single time I see it, whoever I'm with, I'm like, oh, my dad used to work there.
I tell people that too. Because most people I hang out with know you as well. I'll usually point that out to them, be like, Christian, his dad's first job was right there. Anyway,
yeah.
Back to the Purge.
Back to the Purge.
Just,
This is a real spooky episode so far.
IMDb gave it a rating of 5.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 40%, and Fandango.
Ooh, Fandango be rating some things.
36.
Okay.
That was actually pretty clever. Would you like to guess what percentage of Google users approve of said film?
90%.
Really?
Am I close?
You are, but you're wrong.
91.
You're getting worse. 85.
I was not that close, dude.
Look, you've been way off before.
I have been.
85%.
Okay.
Which I think that fits. That seems about right.
I feel like more people would like it because it spun a series. It spun an entire franchise out of this thing.
Is it the best in the franchise? Do you know? Can you say? You can say.
I've seen everything except for the series that is on USA.
TNT, who knows? Fucking
whatever.
BET,
it's some network on cable TV. And I would say that it's my favorite by far.
Would you say it's the best though? Because your favorite, it doesn't necessarily have
I would say it's, objectively the best.
Synapses coming at you.
Right at you.
In America, ravaged by crime and overcrowded prisons, the government sanctions an annual 12-hour period during which all criminal activity, including murder, is legal. James Sandin and his family face the ultimate test when an intruder drags the vicious outside world into their home. James, Mary, and their 2 children struggle to survive the night while trying not to turn into monsters like the ones they're striving to avoid.
Man, good voice. Very fitting for this Halloween time.
Thank you. I thought it might do a decent job. This movie had a budget of, I see 2 different numbers here. One says 3 million, one says 2.3 million. Either way,
that's low.
Not a big budget.
That's
Christian,
not a lot.
Would you like to guess the gross income?
$100 million.
$100 million.
I think it was a success at the box office. I remember when it came out, no one could stop talking about it.
So, box office numbers, it looks like in June of 2013, in the USA alone, so in its release, it made $34 million.
Okay.
Worldwide, in its release, it made $64 million in its theater run. Total cumulative, $89 million. That doesn't count DVD sales, Halloween costumes. I would venture to say this is probably $100 million movie.
So pretty close.
And it spawned at least, I would say, $1 billion franchise. If they're able to make television shows and 4 or 5 movies off of it.
Oh, they're just raking in the revenue.
They probably
for
made
sure.
about $1 billion on this film.
I mean, let's get into the movie. Let's talk about why it was probably a success. That's what this podcast is. Let's defend the hell out of it.
It is a success, straight up. I mean, I said this too. I remember the trailer. And I think the trailer poised it to be a very psychologically thrilling. And I remember, even as a kid, trailers scaring me more than actual films.
Well, that's because trailers
Used
are
to be so much better.
manipulative.
Yeah.
Trailers are like, let's take the best bits and pieces of this movie, as they should, but they're like taking all of the best pieces and shoving it into the trailer so that by the time we see the actual movie, we're like, oh, we already saw this.
There's not much to... Or I'm sorry, there's a lot to spoil, right? So they can't give away too much without ruining it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they tell us that, here's a house. They give us the basic details of the Purge. And then they show us like Ethan Hawke locking up. But then they're like, uh-oh, someone's inside and people are outside coming in. So then you kind of get the basics of it.
Yeah.
But then you watch this film and it's actually a little bit more in depth than that. There's the whole father-son dynamic. There's the daughter-boyfriend dynamic.
Yeah.
There's it's a very deep movie, I think, that people could write off as just a... Like I did. I thought it was going to be a slashy, gory film, and it's actually not.
No, it's more than that. It's very political.
Very thriller, very psychological.
A psychological thriller for sure. There are hints of classism in there, all over
racism.
Actually. Racism, for sure. There are so many reasons as to why this was a success. It's because it's very much like how zombie movies, a lot of people are fascinated by the hypothetical potential of it. If like some sort of like rabies for humans were to break out and we all start eating each other. This, especially, with politics being so volatile, people, some of the most outlandish shit is happening. Like, this is relevant now with how chaotic this country has become, that a solution like having a purge so that we could all be nice 364 days of the year. No one's honking their car horns. Everyone's so polite, but only because they're saving up their anger for that one day in the year.
Just taking notes.
That's why this is such a crazy horror film. You don't need the blood. It's just the situation at hand that freaks us the fuck out.
I agree. I think the thought of it alone is so scary and so chilling that you almost don't need too much more than that.
As we were watching this, no one had been killed yet. The alarm didn't even go off for the purge yet, and we were both terrified. We were already screaming in our seats.
We were also like, I was kind of trying to take the piss out of it like I do with any horror film. So right off the bat, first line, Ethan Hawke turns to a nice, kindly Asian gentleman walking his dog.
Yes, very wholesome.
Like, hey, man, I hope you have a good night. Just stay safe today. And I turn to Christian and I go, that guy's going to kill his whole family. That's how it's all going to turn around. Christian's like, you think so?
I laughed it off.
Yeah, you're like, you think that's how it's going to be?
I was like, oh, you're just thinking that because you want it to be full circle. And like, that's
spoilers,
the twist.
He does show up again at the end.
Yeah, that kind Asian man walking his dog,
So kind.
He was purging that night.
Naturally, we have to ask the question, and I know your answer, but I'm going to kind of dig a little bit deeper. Christian, if the purge was real, would you purge?
Hell no, I'm bunkering up.
And so 2 questions then. I want you to tell me how you're bunkering up, what your fortifications are, what you're doing, who you're taking with you. Mm-hmm. And then let's say in an alternate universe, Christian does purge. What does that alternate Christian do in his purge?
Okay.
So let's take the first one. Tell me about your bunker, friend.
All right. So my bunker, I'd get the security system that Ethan Hawke sells in his movie, but better. Much better.
Not his, because we do find out in the movie that he's actually kind of selling dog piss to snake salesman.
Yeah, I mean, like the way he's selling it is that like, oh, it's impenetrable,
Yeah, it's
like
the best
just so he
system.
can make the sales. It's the best system around, which
I
it
know that
probably
move.
is the best system around at that
It's a sales
time.
tactic, bro.
But it's also a sales tactic. So I can't imagine. I mean, it's better than just my fucking front door and the screens on my windows. Like, people are breaking. I need something. Like if the Purge is real, a good source of my income would go into a solid security system. And
Interesting. That's a whole nother dynamic that they don't talk about. Think about how much money is sold into like the preparation of the Purge all year round.
oh yeah, definitely. Like in a capitalistic country, they are going to just be like, all right, we can make so much money off of the Purge. Like, let's start selling
Steel,
masks,
yeah.
weapons, the week of the
Protections,
Purge,
defense,
protection.
and offense.
Yeah.
So what is? So let's say this is your house.
Yeah.
What is the first thing that you're fortifying first? The windows, the doors. You said.
Yeah, all the openings, the windows,
Okay.
the doors.
So that's your first set of defense. What else are you gonna do in your bunker? Do you have a panic room?
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say either probably the attic. I don't have a basement in this house, so the attic.
You could build one if it's a bunker.
If I really wanted to, yeah. I mean, if I had the time and the money and the resources,
You can. It's Purge time. You
yeah.
can.
I'm making this thing impenetrable to the best of my abilities because
What does that mean? I want to know what that means.
so very much like how their security system kind of had like the metal
The
sheets.
trapdoors. Shoom, shoom.
Kind of just
Yep.
surround the entire vicinity of their house. I would want that. I would want it to be so that if someone had a battering ram, they
couldn't
can't
get in.
get through.
Okay.
You know?
So your defense is based on thick walls.
Thick walls for sure. Because I'm thinking that these motherfuckers are gonna have the resources to just break through.
Sure. If you have the resources to build that defense, they must have the resources to try and tear them down. Correct?
Absolutely.
Any other defenses that you'd have with you, or is just big walls?
Oh, weapons for sure.
Weapons. What are your three that you're having to defend you and your family?
So I don't know guns very well, so I'm just gonna throw out basic
Don't
terminology.
throw your video game gun knowledge at me.
Glock.
Nice.
I'll have a Glock, right?
Never jam.
That's always just gonna be on my hip,
In your pants.
in my pants, like
my
a
mouth.
thug, in my mouth, just ready to just blow my brains out, just in case I'm pushed to a
Oh
corner.
no, they're in.
Oh no, I'm giving up now. I'll have a shotgun.
Smart.
My family will have guns of their own too.
Oh, you're giving the children guns.
Well, how young are my kids? I don't know. Like, it's hard to speak for my hypothetical
It's this
family.
house right now. Let's say Melissa's at the house, you and mom and dad.
Oh yeah, we all got guns.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're gonna give your mom a gun?
I don't know. I might give her a. What should I give my mom? What kind of weapon should I give my mom?
Mom's gotta hide. Mom's gotta sit back.
She's got to sit back.
know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
giving her any.
Mom's gotta sit back. Dad's gotta sit back with mom and defend her. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna try and tell you how to defend your family, but this is how I would do it if I was you. You and Melissa gotta be the front line. You're the youngest and you're the oldest, and it's gotta be you first. All right, Melissa's gonna have to back you up.
Oh, can I have my brother? My brother would fuck shit up.
He would. That's
He's
a whole
a
different
smart
level.
man.
That's a whole. But then he's the
And a
leader
strong
now.
man.
Then he's the leader now. Now you're no
Oh
longer the
yeah,
leader.
man. I don't want to be the leader. I'm pissing my pants.
This is great. Let me
one
tell
day out of the year.
So my bunker.
Yes, I would love to hear about
I
yours.
think I would probably go purge and have some fun. In an alternate universe, an Alejandro is bunkering down, and I think that Alejandro, his bunker is first of all starts with the perimeter of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, there is motion sensors all around the house, and if somebody crosses the laser of the motion sensor,
Smart.
50 caliber machine guns, two of them, exactly, come out of the driveway and they spray all around. So it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 20 or 30, it sprays.
It's getting everyone. It's getting the Johnsons down the street. It's getting like.
My neighbors are fucked. I'm fucked.
If you're walking your dog during the purge, I'm sorry, you're fucked.
You shouldn't be walking your dog during the purge, bitch.
Yeah, you know what day it is.
So, but that's, it's only for purge time. I don't use it for any other time.
Yeah.
That's my first line of defense. My walls also have the Ethan Hawke.
Oh, your line of defense is way cooler than mine.
Hey, bro, you didn't find...
Why did I go first? I should have heard yours first. Now I would have like said like self-defense robots coming from the sky.
I have a Gundam.
I have a fucking Bionicle. Real life
You're right.
Bionicle.
You're right. Let's be real. I'm not fucking Batman. I wouldn't have the 50 cal. Okay, fine. Let's be serious. Seriously. I'm gonna take this real now. I would buy the Ethan Hawke defense systems because, like you said, it looks good and it's a defensive mechanism. But instead of having thick walls, my move would be having an impenetrable panic room.
Yes.
So I don't really care if they get into the house as long as they don't get into the panic room. So once I'm in the panic room, I'm gonna have have just like his. except I'd also have food and water and air in there, so I could kind of stay in there for as long as I needed. But yeah, essentially like a nuclear bomb shelter.
Nice. Yeah, and I think that's the smartest way to go about it.
Wow, I can't believe that happened right there.
Oh, you're so popular. You got people calling you right now?
No.
Tell them we're recording.
I did. With my mug. But yeah, so my defense would be based on you can have the house, but you're not getting into the panic room.
Yeah.
That would be my defense.
Oh, yeah. The one that you have to work on the most is your the last resort defense, right?
But my last resort would be the first, though. I wouldn't even try to hang out in the living room. I wouldn't even try to the mom goes on a treadmill at one point in this movie during the Purge.
Yes.
It's like you're wasting well, I guess you got to kill time, right? It's like you're in a blackout, right? I assume.
No, I would take my entire family into the panic room just in case. Look at the security cameras for 12 hours.
Yeah.
What is 12 hours of boredom and constant monitoring?
Why didn't they just go to sleep? They could have killed 8 of those hours.
They could have. If Charlie, fuck, dude. Can we say at the same time, fuck this kid. Fuck Charlie, man.
And we'll save it because when we get to the bad guys, we can talk about what we'll do on the Purge. But
yes.
Yeah, let's talk about the family inside the house. They should have explained to him better why they have these defenses, right? The dad clearly did a poor job of explaining why the Purge is happening and why they're okay with it. Also, you can see the disagreement between mom and dad and how he was like trying to explain to Charlie how well, we need the Purge because people have all this pent up aggression and they need to get it all out.
This is such an interesting film because even within the family, not only do they have their familial problems, like the daughter not really getting along with the parents and like the son being an outcast.
A weird kid.
Right. And them already being separate from society because they're so
I think they're new to that neighborhood too.
You think they're just recently rich?
For sure, yes, because they say that outright. But I think they also hint that they're new to the neighborhood.
And maybe that's why the neighbors hate them.
I think they say it straight out. You guys just moved here. He sold us all this security system.
Oh, they just moved there and they got a big ass fucking house.
And then they had the addition. It's like we paid for your house.
Yes.
Is what they kept saying to them.
Yes.
Spoilers.
But I did want to get back to my point. I was going to say that even within the family, the Purge is such a political thing. Very much how like nowadays wearing your mask is a political thing. The Purge is like even separating people within the family. Like the kid is like, I don't believe in the Purge. Well, Let's not put the blue flowers outside.
Yeah, not even like the mask thing, but like, do you remember in 2016 with like Trump and who did he run against? Hillary. I almost forgot because
we've been so caught up in 2020.
Yeah, because I'm watching him and Joe Biden do their great thing on television.
Oh yeah, they're killing the game, dude.
But my point is like how that was one of the first presidential debates that I saw, like literally tear friendships, relationships, families, father, son, father, or husband and wife, like that tore families apart. Just like disagreeing on just political matters like that, similar to how this Purge was so divisive, just like you said, even inside one's home, and then on a grander scale across all of society's levels. So
people say that right now in this year that the country has never been more divisive.
I agree.
What do you think the separation politically would be like over there? Is it 60-40? 60% of people are for the Purge, 40%?
I have a feeling that their split is just like ours.
You think so? Like
I think
right down the middle?
It'd be pretty similar to how our split is politically, but the difference is they were taken over by a party called the New Founding Fathers, which according to the Purge website is a totalitarian based political group that took power in 2014 and then immediately enacted the Purge and shit like that. But I think totalitarian, I think it's because they're too big of pussies to write fascist. This is clearly a fascist regime.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is the most socialistic fascist Nazi minus the like blatant anti-Semitism. That's the only reason why I say fascist instead of Nazi. Like ideas. They're using violence to keep people in their homes. It gives everybody a night to blow off all their steam. Like they have like a new religion that is the government. Like it's a crazy weird
and not even just for the emotional aspect, but for like unemployment rate is 1% because there are less people that exist in America. There are less people living in America.
And why is that?
And they're also because they're killing each other off, dude.
Yeah.
And they're killing the homeless. They're cleaning up that's them cleaning up the streets by getting rid of these people that don't have money to defend themselves.
Yeah. The unworthies, I think, is what they mention it. And if not, I may have just given that title and I do kind of feel bad. You know what's crazy about like how this world is supposedly a utopia, right? 1% unemployment, everyone has making money and people are happy. It's like you know, the Marvel universe, so
Yeah.
I can nerd out for a second, has infinite amounts of variations, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only one universe where there's a perfect peace and the humans live. And do you know what universe that is?
No, what?
That's the universe where Doctor Doom wins and takes over the world.
Oh, gosh.
That's the only universe where the humans live in peace for eternity.
Wow. So for peace to occur,
Doctor Doom has to
a
win.
villain has to win.
How crazy is that?
So what you're saying is that is analogous to the Purge.
Yeah.
For peace to exist in
order
America.
who wouldn't want 1% unemployment? That's insane. That's
Yeah.
not possible.
And I think that's where the horror is that
Where is she?
within this chaos, that's where the
Thank you. I'm back, baby.
Oh, I missed you, man. That's where the horror is that where is she? We're gonna get lost in that bit for so long. That's where the scariness is.
You changed it this time.
I'm trying to avoid
Where is
the
she?
bit.
I still do it.
Is that with how evil and how crazy this concept is, its end result is a good thing.
Is it though? I mean, it's that same, to keep the Marvel going, it's that same argument that Cap has. Is one life worth more than a million?
Yeah.
You know, where I find the real moment that pulls on my heartstrings in this film is that idea of when Ethan Hawke is tying up the
homeless man.
the guy.
Yeah.
He's telling him, he's like, I'm just trying to save my family. Like, it's us or you.
Yeah. That's what makes the movie good, because there is not one individual in the seat, or not one individual in the movie theater not thinking, what would I do? We're all putting ourselves in Ethan Hawke's shoes. Like,
For sure.
how far would I go to protect my family? Would I kill this one person to ensure our safety? Is my moral compass like too good that I would just try to like not kill anyone and just try to salve it out and defend myself at home? It's crazy. I was constantly asking myself throughout the film,
Asking yourself, what
would I do, man?
and what's your answer?
I know at the end of the day that I would do anything and everything for my family.
You'd kick him out.
I would have to, dude. I would, like, my two children
So let me
in
ask
front
you
of
this:
me.
do you believe the what are they called? They're called like the monsters or something. The freaks. They're called freaks.
Oh, the young college kids that surround their house.
So you believe them? You're taking them at their word then? Because I kind of don't take them at their word.
Ooh, that's
Even-
an interesting question that you're posing.
I feel like they're saying whatever they want to say, whatever they know how to say to get you to open the doors to let that person out. But as soon as you open the doors, you've already punched their ticket. Ethan Hawke and his family, they're as good as dead as soon as they let him in the house.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They ruined their hunt. They already said it. Look,
because you can't let anyone out without the possibility of letting someone in.
think about how quickly he killed his friend. Remember, we were shook when the leader of the freaks killed his friend.
Yeah, because
just
he was
for going
interrupting
crazy.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
Just shot him. And he said, and just to let you know, full disclaimer, that was my friend and you're not.
Yeah. Imagine what I'll do to you, pretty much.
I will say, I will applaud the actor that plays the lead freak, because he was terrifying. He was so scary. Like the whole scene with him, like
Wakefield.
Rise Wakefield,
And his character's name is Polite Leader.
polite leader, creepy as hell.
That is one of my favorite villains that I've ever seen.
He's good.
That is one of the best villains I've ever seen in my life, because he is so subtly creepy and so perfectly put together, yet at the same time. Very I think it's Eric Trump or Don Jr., whichever one of those sleazy shitbag blonde ones. Mm-hmm. Looks just like him.
Yeah, pretty. It's very uncanny.
Yeah.
Might as well have been Eric Trump, dude.
I think it's Don Jr. that looks like that.
I don't know. I just when I think of like Trump's sons, you know who comes to mind first? The two SNL characters
actors?
that play them at the cold opens every
Did you
time.
see the Family Guy episode where they finally make fun of Trump?
No, what?
Because they're like, Meg falls in love with Ivanka. And Meg's like, I know what it's like to be a daughter that kicked out of the family. And then Tiffany Trump comes out. She's like, I get it, Meg. And they're like, shut up, Tiffany.
And this has to be. These are the newer episodes, of course,
Yeah,
right?
last season.
Fuck, dude.
Family Guy still holds up. Now let's go to alternate version Christian, regular version
Yeah,
Alex.
to get back to that.
What would your Purge Christian do? Like, everything's legal. In fact, I found a list of it. We don't have to go through it, but everything's legal.
I probably just steal shit.
Where's the first store you'd go? Let's say you're like, and for the sake of argument, let's say you don't like as soon as you step out get like sniped from a person a mile away. Like you're able
Let's
to
say
go.
best case scenario.
Yeah.
This is
You have the best purge of your life. What are you doing?
okay. Not killing anyone. It is not instilled in my body or my nature to kill anyone. So like that's not gonna help me feel any better. I'm gonna feel shitty for the rest of my life if I knew that I took advantage.
That's another really interesting thing about the Purge that I didn't even think about until you just brought it up right now. Think about how much guilt people live with, like if they think the Purge is going to be fun.
Yeah,
and
we're not seeing that side.
They kill somebody and like now they have to like live with the guilt of killing their neighbor.
Yeah. Like you're no longer seeing your neighbor walk down the street. Or like if you killed a classmate that you were jealous of and you're not seeing them at school anymore.
If you killed somebody's dog because you were mad at them.
Mm-hmm. And like what are the repercussions of purging for the next year? You kill someone's best friend because
now they come back after you?
Yeah, it's a never-ending war. Are people really happy in this world?
No, Christian, I think that's the point of the movie.
Mm-hmm. It's never going to be... I was Googling the Purge movie right before we hit record, and I was reading to you what the recommended, the frequently asked questions are about the Purge.
Yes. And your favorite one is?
My favorite one was, is the Purge based on a real story?
You should, yes. The answer
Fuck
is yes.
you. Yeah, it was. This happened in 2022 in the future.
So you would just steal stuff? What would you steal?
I would steal
anything fun?
only
a
from
car?
No,
Would
I don't
you
want
steal money?
From like bigger corporations.
Like a bank. Would you go like open a vault and steal all the money?
Yeah, sure, dude. I wouldn't go to like a mom and pop shop and like steal all of their shit. I'm not gonna do that because why? And it's probably already broken into. I would probably just steal from people that I wouldn't feel guilty about. I mean, like, I'm already not the type of person that wants to get revenge. Like I've told you in the past that like, I constantly have like shower thoughts or toothbrush thoughts where I'm like having hypothetical arguments.
Right. We've seen your toothbrush
and whatnot, but like it's you see, you have seen my toothbrush. It's destroyed.
That's anticlimactic.
I'm sorry, but I do. Before you answer yours, I do want to say, let's go back to the other hypothetical where I do just bunker up.
You want to add the 50 cows?
I do. I want to add the 50 cows and the robots, dude.
And the Gundam suit.
Yeah. No, I would ask for you, like, hey, if you're gonna be purging and I'm gonna be bunkering up, can you purge around my neighborhood to help protect me? That way, it's a win-win. You could kill the people that are trying to kill your best friend. That way, you're releasing your anger, and I'm staying safe.
And you know what? I bet you in that universe, the bunkered down Christian is in the universe with the Purge Alejandro.
Yeah.
And flip side, bunkered down Alejandro would probably invite Christian into the room.
Yes.
And you'd be like, I just want to steal shit. I'd be like, well, you ain't stealing shit in here.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, do you want anything from Best Buy?
From Big Five? Yeah, another
from
TV.
Big Five? Give me a hockey stick.
I need a new fishing reel. I think as soon as Purge starts, I mentioned this to you, but kind of as a joke, but I do mean it, but on a more realistic level. I would have people like sign over their businesses and their money and their properties to me during the Purge. I'd do it under like gunpoint and like put their family, like tie their wife and children up and then like hold a knife, like rub a knife against their cheek. And then I'd be like, now sign away Amazon to me, Jeff Bezos. And then he'll like have to do it. And I'll have another like lawyer's family. I'll do the same thing to like his dog or whatever. Maybe the lawyer's not married. So I'll like rub a knife against his dog. And I'll be like, now notarize it. And then he'll notarize it so it's official. And then I'll just like wait until the Purge is over. And then as soon as the Purge is over, now I'm CEO of Amazon.
Now this is assuming, and that's guilt-free because that fool is filthy rich.
He's living he's living the dream, bro.
Yeah, I have no problem with you getting his money.
He was a nerd, and now he's buff and bangs hot chicks and has $1 billion.
Yeah, man. He's that he could be more charitable with. I've seen so many like memes saying like if you were to get paid $180,000 every single day since the beginning of Jesus, you still wouldn't be as rich as Jeff Bezos.
And you know why? Jeff Bezos works harder than you.
Probably, dude. Not gonna lie, like I'm a lazy piece of shit. I come home from work and I'm like, I lay down and I'm like, I'm fine with life.
Man, you know what? Jeff Bezos, he should be president, and not even because of an election, just because he's the richest person. I think whoever has the most money should be in charge.
I'd prefer him over Trump, honestly.
Whoever has the most money, real money. Although then we might have like a drug kingpin be our president.
There's always gonna be repercussions.
It's gonna be like a heroin dealer who has like sitting on a trail. It's just like, guess I'm king of America now.
This is our country. We got to deal with it.
Yeah, I guess Purge could be fun. It is a shame though that you can't kill government officials in the Purge.
That's right.
Level 10 and up.
They have like an emergency broadcast system at the beginning of the movie.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Pull it up and read it. And it's one of those scary blue screens. You know, like have you ever watched TV late at night when like regular cable and then all of a sudden it just goes to blue and it says this is an emergency broadcast test.
Yeah, or like in zombie movies. They do that in zombie movies.
It's so scary. I fucking hate that. And the alarm in this movie The siren that they play when it hits 7 p.m.
Very iconic.
Very iconic, very terrifying. And while you're looking it up, I do want to tell the baddies that it was so weird. It was so unusual that right when we finish this movie and the Purge ends at 7 a.m., because it's a 12-hour thing from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., we looked at the clock and it was 7. Exactly, dude.
The Purge started as soon as the movie ended.
Right?
So the event is what it's called. Started in 2014. Sirens blare throughout the land to signal the start and end of Purge. All police, fire, medical emergency services will remain unavailable or suspended for a full 12-hour purge. Government officials of ranking 10 or higher are granted immunity, which was actually revoked in election year, apparently. And then weapons class 4 and under are permitted. So the broadcast goes and it says, "This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. Sanctioned by the U.S. government, weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for usage during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 and higher have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours."
That's the silliest part.
May God be with you all. They're definitely egging you on to kill people.
Yeah, you wouldn't add that to the text, like including murder, unless you want to insinuate that you can.
Don't forget about murder. Guys,
yeah.
Hey, don't forget. Don't forget.
Don't forget about murder. But maybe this is what America really wants. Like, go ahead. If you hate your boss, kill your boss so that you could be a better employee next month.
But then when you come back to work the next day, now you don't have a boss. What if they just replace
someone's
someone
getting promoted?
Yeah.
Someone gets promoted. Here's the cycle. You kill your boss in hopes that you get promoted.
And they always pick like Larry, and you're like, fuck. So now you kill Larry. And
you're
then
waiting until next year to kill Larry.
Now they pick Dave, and then you have to kill Dave.
Fuck, I gotta kill Dave.
And now you're 60 years old on your retirement year, and then they're like, we always thought we would pick you as CEO, but we didn't want you to get murdered by that random person killing them on Purge night. And you're just like, no. And it's like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then Rod Sterling comes in, he's like, this is the Twilight Zone.
Dude, honestly, The Purge is just an hour and a half long episode of the Twilight Zone.
This would be a great Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But dude, you have to watch the other movies because
I'd like to.
This movie takes place in just the house alone.
Yes.
The other movies take you to the streets, and you see what's going on in the streets,
bro.
Man. People getting fucking shot up.
Are there any overlaps? So like in the second one is like, and I mean, no, right? I mean, because
I can't remember. I don't remember.
Spoilers.
Everyone dies?
Oh fuck, that's right. My brain turned off.
What are you talking about?
My brain turned off when I got the ending that I wanted. And then the movie still had like 20 minutes left of people surviving and shit. But in my brain, everybody dies because I think that would have been a better ending.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the ending. Spoilers. Pause the podcast if you haven't watched it.
It's a 7-year-old movie. You've seen it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you've seen it. Who gives a fuck? But, yes, so Ethan Hawke.
The freaks get in. They try to kill the family. Ethan Hawke gets in a fight with Polite Freak.
Yes.
And Polite Freak stabs the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And he lays there bleeding out with his family dying. And then
prior to that, I do want to note that Ethan Hawke was a beast.
Oh, he put up a fight.
He took down like 4 of the freaks before he got killed.
Great. And we were both saying like Ethan Hawke's kind of a badass.
Yeah, and
like, that was a dope fight.
He was doing it right, where after he kills them, he
went back and shot them all again.
He double taps them. He ensures their death. Because how many times in movies do
every single one?
Yeah, victims always think they killed the perpetrator, and they walk away, and then
guess who comes back?
Yep.
So he's about to kill them all, and then the daughter shows up and shoots Polite Freak, which was kind of like a cool vindicating moment for her. And then they get to hold Ethan Hawke as he dies,
passes away.
But
and who kills all of the freaks prior to
that's true.
The leader?
We think we can't quite make it out yet, but we're pretty sure that it's the other friends from the neighborhood, the Grace and her husband, the interracial couple across the street, and my favorite Asian man from the beginning of the film.
Yeah, Asian dog walker.
Are going around killing the freaks for them, and then they realize that they're in the house as well with the family, and the family's like, what are you doing here? And they're like, well, we couldn't let them kill you because
we want you for ourselves.
You belong to us, which I called that too. When we saw Grace on the screen, I was like, I bet you they're killing the freaks because they want to kill Ethan
this is
Hawke's
how
family.
I knew Grace had something up her sleeve.
Her big fake titties?
Were they fake?
Come on, bro. Those are pretty fake. At her age, titties aren't that perfect.
And with the size of that house, you probably
Those
got
are fake titties.
some silicone titties.
Your house doesn't even have to be that big to have fake titties, bro. It's pretty common.
She's just jealous of Ethan Hawke's wife's titties.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, because you don't like Ethan Hawke's wife.
I think she's a beautiful woman, as all women are pretty, but in comparison, and this is not to degrade, this is just facts.
Yes.
Grace's tits were way bigger, bro.
Go watch 300 again. Watch the sex scene in 300.
Mosquito
You might
bites.
say something different. But before we get lost in that,
On my leg.
they're not mosquito bites. Mosquito bites are tiny, dude. Like really tiny.
Then you
like
case closed.
no case still open. I'll show you a picture of a
closed.
mosquito bite, and I'll show you a picture of a boob. Different.
No, but I'll show you. But there's not any boob. There's only one boob that I'm saying looks like a mosquito bite.
Nope.
The wife from 300.
Nope. Also known as Cersei from Game of Thrones, if you know who I'm talking about.
I don't. I've never seen that.
You
show.
got to watch that.
Pass.
But yeah, so we think that these neighbors are there to help them out.
But they're not.
No, they're just jealous of this family's wealth.
Yeah.
Because Ethan Hawke sells security systems to all of them, to that neighborhood. And so basically they just generated wealth from the entire neighborhood. But why are they complaining? That's how it works. They sold you defense. They sold you security. You got a product, sell it.
I think that neighborhood doesn't want it. That neighborhood wants to purge.
Well, because they're in such a rich, stuck up neighborhood. Upstuck. I got my English all backwards, dude. I'm fogged.
They're in an upstuck neighborhood.
Yeah, they're in an upstuck neighborhood, and where they could get wildly jealous. And so, of course,
Yeah,
all these people are
totally.
going to turn heads. Like the Johnsons got a new car. Look at the new fucking solar panels that the Robinsons have.
Is that another Tesla?
That's another Tesla. That's the 5th one this year.
Yeah.
Of all that pent up anger, they're going to save it for the purge. And so they went up to Ethan Hawke's place and tried to kill them.
And they were pretty much about to do it, and I turned my brain off at that point because I think that would have been a better, very Shakespearean ending if everybody died. But instead, the homeless man comes back and kills the
Asian guy, but no one else.
Shoots Asian guy straight up 7 times in the chest.
Yes.
And then takes Grace hostage, has everybody put their guns down and shit, and then they're all at a dinner table waiting for the purge to end. And Grace makes one final leap for a shotgun, and Cersei, is that her name? Takes the butt of the shotgun and fucks Grace up with it.
Hits her right in the face, and she's like, her nose is bleeding. I think a tooth
Busts
came
her
out.
face.
She
Busts
spits a
her
tooth
face.
out. As she deserves, dude. She tried to kill Ethan Hawke's wife at 6:59, 1 minute before the purge is over.
And then, so the purge is over. Everybody just kind of gets up and leaves the house.
Casually.
And then the homeless man like looks over his shoulder at Linda Henny, and she's like, "Wait, will you please be our new daddy?" And he's like, "No, I go where the wind takes me." And he puts on a cowboy hat and saddles up on his pony and just rides off into the sunset.
That's right. He had a pony just kind of parked outside.
That's right. I'm also tripping on shrooms
as you're watching this.
No, but I do wish that she did kind of like offer that man a little bit more of some sort of reward or something. Not like a reward, but like some sort of safety. They have this like bonding moment. You know what I mean? Like they're forever bonded together.
No, I think whatever
He
happened.
could be like a live-in nanny. He's homeless.
Maybe, dude.
Where's he gonna go? He's homeless. He could have lived downstairs.
Was he gonna work for Ethan Hawke's new security place?
Somebody's got to provide for the family.
I guess no, because
it's on him.
Maybe
if this was the Old West, or if this was like a knights in shining armor,
yeah,
it's his duty now to provide for that.
No,
family.
it doesn't work. They don't owe each other anything at this point because he held her daughter at gunpoint.
He was scared.
You're dead to me.
What's
I'm
he
sorry.
gonna do? He was also scared. Put yourself in his shoes, though. Let's say you get caught outside during the purge and you finally escape these crazy people who are trying to kill you, and a house finally lets you in, but now the people inside the house are trying to kill you.
This is a hypothetical that we haven't spoken about.
Yeah, put yourself
if you were
in
that homeless man
in that guy's shoes.
What would you do? I
would have killed the entire family and lived in the house. It's purge. This is my house now.
Fuck, dude.
It's my house now. It's purge day. It's my house now.
Your moral compass is completely way off.
It's purge day.
I don't know. No, I wouldn't say that.
My house now.
I don't think you're saying the same thing over and over again. I understand.
Purge
it's your house now. You got to work for it. It's
purge day.
You're like a caveman right now.
It's my house now.
You're just saying. I understand what you're saying.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. Sorry, my foot touched your shin. I apologize. Dude, if I were him, I would not know what to do.
Once he found the hiding spot in the closet, he probably should have just never gotten out.
I don't think I would have. Yes, that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But the daughter also went
going
inside the
in,
hiding
that's right.
closet.
That's why he found the daughter in the
He
first
would have
place.
been fine. I don't think any of the freaks would have checked that like little spot in the closet.
That's definitely a better hiding spot than the panic room that Ethan Hawke has.
Yeah, which they barely spent any time in.
They kept leaving it.
They kept leaving. They didn't know how to get the family
and
together.
then having conversations like right outside of the panic room.
Yo, how big is this house that people are just getting lost?
It's so big that you can have a boyfriend sneak in and not know.
Uh-huh.
That which the
Which
boyfriend
happens.
is thrown away, and we're not even going to get into it because the movie makes him seem worthless. So we're going to treat him as he's worthless.
Yeah, he dies. He tries to kill Ethan Hawke, and he
Crazy.
gets
I knew
blown
that
away.
was right off the bat. As soon as he's like, I want to talk to your dad.
You know he's gonna try to. And
Duh.
what does he really think that's gonna win Ethan Hawke's daughter's heart over? No.
Would it have won your high school girlfriend over if you killed her dad?
No, she wouldn't like fall in love with me more deeply.
Yeah, I probably would have made my high school girl hate me.
Yeah. No, don't kill anyone's dads. Don't. Unless they're
Hitler's dad?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna. Or just Hitler. Did Hitler have any kids?
No, thank God.
Okay, just
Well, that
kill
we know
Hitler.
of.
That we know of. Yes. I don't know, dude. This entire movie just really made me question like my whole moral compass. Like, what would I do?
There's a lot of factors, and like I said in the beginning, you could easily play this off as a stupid, dumb horror film, but I think there's actually quite a bit of layers to this onion.
Okay, I want to ask you one more hypothetical.
Hit me.
You don't have a house like Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
You're outside because
Yeah, I wonder how the middle class lives.
yeah, the middle class where they have an apartment or they just have a regular house but don't have great defense.
Mm-hmm.
You're living in fear that someone might break in.
I'm staying up all night with a gun in hand.
Yeah, are you okay? Let's
Put my
say
back up against a brick wall and just, you know what I mean?
let's say you end up on the streets though. They burn down your apartment, that building,
Put
and
my
then
back up against a brick wall and just
stay there. You wouldn't find. I'd find like
don't let anything get behind me.
a garbage can, like a dumpster
Hide in
to
a
hide in.
garbage can?
Dude, I'm always
But-
thinking like
but
that.
See, my thing isn't hiding in a small spot where they're not going to find you, because if they find you there, then you're major fucked.
No, I'll be hiding in a small spot with a gun.
But if they find you there, you're major fucked. Because if you're hiding inside of a dumpster, how are you going to know when they get to you? How are you going to know when they open the lid?
You hear it, you see it.
But
I would know that they're there before they know
And
I'm
what
there.
if there's 30 of them?
Why?
Right? So my thing is, I get my back up against the wall. I make sure nothing can get behind me. I try and keep as much in front of me as I can and keep exits.
Uh-huh.
You just got to keep running at all time. Like, there's going to be no rest.
Dude, that's 12 hours. Of
That's
no
the real
rest.
thing about like being on the run or being on the lam, is like there is never any rest. Like you have to just constantly keep everything in front of you.
Yeah.
Know what's going on. Yeah, that last place just got burned down. Fuck, this place right now is about to get burned down. You just gotta be ready to move.
You have to watch the other movies
Put
because
your
that's kind of
dick
what
in-
happens, dude.
I can imagine, bro, because like I think I have the brain to survive a purge, bro.
Yeah, I think you would.
Dick in one hand, your gun in the other, and get running.
No, you could take your hand off of your dick and you could hold another gun or
No,
the
that
hand of a
would-
loved one.
I am holding the hand of a loved one.
Okay.
It's called my dick.
You're gonna die with your dick on your hand.
I hope so. I hope so.
That would be-
Honestly, make sure when I get buried, Christian, my hand's on my dick. One
We're
of them.
gathered here today.
I want in this hand a bottle of Sailor Jerry, and my hand on my dick on the other hand.
And they've already inserted formaldehyde into your body, so you're too stiff to even move and reposition.
it has to stay on
It
my
has to
dick.
stay because if we try to move
It's
your
rigor mortis now.
if we try to move your hand off of your dick, your arm would snap.
I'm also frozen.
But yeah,
boy.
check out the other movies because
want to.
they're just on. One of them is like they're just on the run the entire time.
Fantastic.
They're outside.
I
You
believe
don't
that's the
think that I
next
could
one.
find a bush that I could just hide?
I think you could find
hide
a
in?
bush to hide in.
Hey.
No, dude, I honestly think hiding in I think that's a mistake. I think if you are trying to run away from something, if somebody is chasing you or there's something very bad happening, the move is to, one, be ever cognizant and always aware, right? So again, keep as much in front of you as you can. You don't want anything sneaking up behind you.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to hide in, but like I would say if you want to hide in an alley, that might be the closest thing I would do to what you're saying. But then you're fucked if they trap you in.
And I feel like there's going to be a lot of purgers going into alleys to
Waiting
purge.
for you to do that. So you need like a big open field. That's the best move.
Yeah.
A giant open field. Do you remember the Rick and Morty episode where they go to the Purge planet?
Yes. Yes.
That's the best move, bro. Get a fucking mech warrior suit and just...
and just go to town.
It's totally fine, Morty, because they're trying to purge us. It's totally fine.
A mech suit is not available. Like your 50
That's true.
caliber
That's true.
guns
Okay,
that come
fine,
out of
fine,
your
fine.
roof.
A katana?
No, because people have guns, dude. I can't
Have you
split
seen The
bullets.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, I'm not Michonne.
Honestly, yeah, maybe the top of a really tall building.
Yeah, I would definitely like chill at the top of a building.
And so that way, really, if you like really have no way out, you can always jump.
But and just kill myself that way?
Would you rather let them take you or, take yourself?
Depends how they would take me. Are they going to torture me? Shoot me in the head.
They're probably going to, well, it's the Purge, bro.
Jump off. I'm jumping off.
I would jump off, and I would do it Viva la Mexico style because
What does that mean?
when the Mexican-American War happened, America had pushed all the way to Mexico City because they kicked the fuck out of the Mexican army. By the time they got to Mexico City, they had run out of Mexican soldiers. It was just like kids and old men who were fighting.
Yeah.
They got all the way down to this school. It was a boys' school, and it was like a military school. So these boys were training for the army, so they had weapons and guns and stuff. Anyways, the Americans had gotten all the way to the academy, and there was one boy left, one soldier left, and he climbed all the way to the roof of the building to the top of the flagpole, and he tore the Mexican flag down. He wrapped himself in it and jumped off the roof so that the Americans couldn't take him. And
So you
I think
do that.
I think if I was ever caught in a time where I had no escape and I was surrounded by the enemy, I'm taking the flag with me.
You have to be walking around with that flag the entire Purge, which is just a big target because it's, flags are big, man.
They'll find me, but I don't give a fuck.
You better
I think I could survive at least one Purge. I think I could do okay.
man, you got to do this every single year.
I know, that's the tough part. I think I would get tired after a while. And I think if you are like me in my mindset, year after year, you slowly start to succumb to it, right? And I think that after a while, suddenly I've lost all touch with reality. Now I'm the Purge King leader, and I got a whole little Manson cult like they got going on over here, and I'm bursting into houses trying to kill Ethan Hawke. Maybe I'm polite
You
freak.
think you'd be polite freak?
Maybe I'm 3 Purge years away from it.
I would hope not.
How many Purge years do you think are you away? 10, 20?
From being
A lifetime. You're a lifetime away from.
And this is speaking hypothetically that I'd survive.
This is the hypothetical where you want to purge.
I don't know. I mean, I'm saying, but like my inner nature is telling me that I would never purge
In
to
this
kill.
universe. Yeah,
I would.
But there is a
defend.
universe. But there is a universe where you would, right? Because it's a multiverse.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's a universe out there where
like the worst version of Christian Balthazar.
there's one of them out there.
I get. Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to imagine. It would take a long time.
It would be all the opposite decisions you would make. I think.
I would
Every time you said yes, he said no. Every time, you know what I mean?
I would cry every single time I would hold someone at gunpoint. I'd be like, I don't want to do this. But
Sometimes I cry when I just get really excited, and it's not like I'm scared or sad. I'm just like tearing up, but like.
like, wow, this guy that's about to kill me is real emotional. Like,
I'm just so excited.
you need a tissue, dude. You don't have to do this. It's okay,
I have to. I have to.
dude.
I have to.
No, don't kill me. Don't kill
I
me.
do want to see what the son looked familiar. Did he look familiar to you, or was I
Charlie,
Charlie boy?
the boy that looks like a girl.
Hair did him no
justice. And also his moral compass did this movie no justice, and he let the homeless guy in and got them into this funk in the first place.
Daddy daycare.
He's from Daddy Daycare?
He's the Flash kid, I bet you.
Oh, I really hope so. The original Daddy Daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's also in a bunch of Family Guy episodes. Small World.
As a voice actor, what is that kid
Yeah.
doing? Okay, good for him, man. But I hated him in this movie. Like we constantly said throughout the movie,
He has a lot of voice
shoot
acting
the
credits.
kid, shoot the kid.
He was also in Land Before Time, the TV series. He has a lot of voice acting credits, actually.
They have a TV series that's recent enough for this boy to be in it.
2007 to 2008.
Okay.
A lot of work in 2007. Anyways,
Good for him.
do you have a Best Person on Set award? And would you like to rate this film?
I'm gonna give the best person on set award to. I'm gonna have to give it to the actor that played Polite Freak. His name is Rise Wakefield. Yeah, I think he killed it. He was creepy. It'd be a cop out to give it to Ethan Hawke.
Okay, hang on.
Are you gonna give it to Ethan Hawke?
No. Rate the movie. Rate the movie.
Okay, I'll rate the movie a solid 4. A solid 4 out of 5. Bonkers good way is what I'll call it. And only because like it's relevant. It puts us in this hypothetical situation of what we would do. And it's scary. It's legitimately scary.
It is pretty psychologically scary. I will give it that. My Best Person on Set award is James DeMonico. He's the director and writer. Mm-hmm. And the person who came up with this whole idea for this franchise. Would you like to know how he came up with this idea, Christian?
How?
He was driving with his wife and family in a car, and they almost got killed by a drunk driver. who got out of the car and showed no remorse.
What?
And his wife said, wouldn't it be cool if just once a year you could just take out all your anger?
What the fuck?
And he made an incredible movie based on that one sentence from his
So
wife.
that concept came from a real place, from a truly heartfelt place.
Not
Oh
like
my
she meant, but like
gosh.
just one
Of
of those
course, of
offhand
course.
things. Like, wouldn't it be cool if not cool, but like, yeah, yes. I say
Man.
yes.
That's insane. Because we all have those thoughts where we want to seek out revenge. But like to this extent,
I think it's similar to that thought we've talked about in the past of like, I could just turn the wheel of this car and.
that's
You know what I
different.
mean?
That's impulse. That's just
Is
like
that different than
that's just like I have the power to just change the course of time right now. They're doing this for like a stress reliever to cleanse their souls is what they say. Another creepy thing.
This movie is jumping up in popularity right now on IMDb, by the way.
As we speak?
It's up about 234 points since whenever they started.
Dude, it's not bad. I mean, like, yeah, it's not an Oscar winner, but
no, maybe.
I think this will be known for a long time.
I know we're wrapping up, but one last thing, since I mentioned it before we started recording, I think this would be an incredible play.
Oh, yeah.
I think because it pretty much takes place in one set. I
a
think this could be
monoscene.
one of the like scariest, like psychologically scary plays.
So the script has to be great. The stage direction needs to
What
be
if it's
impeccable.
One of the have you ever heard of those like living plays where you like go to a house and the house is Macbeth? And so like the first floor is like the opening scenes of Macbeth and it's like happening inside the house.
No.
And then you go to like a different room and it's like Lady Macbeth having their scene and then it's kind of like a dinner theater but it's like a whole show in a house.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, well.
What
telling
does
you
this
it's a thing.
exist?
It's a
No,
thing.
I believe you. I believe
it's
you.
It's like live theater that people like to do. It's one of those like,
Okay, like how
artsy-fartsy
someone
things.
throws like a dinner party and
Yeah.
like everyone plays a character.
Except this is like a big deal in the. What if there was like a Purge house play?
Not going.
And so
not
you
going
come
in,
and
dude.
you like have a couple drinks, but you like watch like a dinner murder mystery deal.
No,
Purge.
man. Anyone acting out the Purge in any way, shape, or form. Like, oh, let's throw a Purge-themed Halloween
Let's
party.
be the freaks for Halloween.
No, I'd rather not. I'm going to be the guy that gets shot, his friend that he shoots.
Okay, I'll be the freak. I'll be polite freak then.
You just have to shoot me every 5 minutes so
I
people
need a-
know who
I
we
need-
are.
I need a wig.
Yeah, you'd have to wear a wig.
You have the hair for polite freak.
Yes, I do.
You should bleach your hair.
People are going to come up to you saying, hey, are you Donald Trump's son?
No. I'm the dead friend from the first Purge. Oh, the dead friend? Yeah. You know, like the bad guys.
You got to listen to my podcast.
So the Purge is like a 12-hour special where you can do all crimes are legal.
Yeah, including murder.
And rape.
Be those guys.
But you never see the rape one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't.
It's for the best.
I rated actually a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of
Bonkers
5.
in a good way.
Bonkers in a good way, man.
Any last minute notes?
Happy October.
Yeah, happy Halloween. Why not?
Yeah, happy Halloween. We're going to say that every single episode.
I think this might be coming out on National Indigenous Day. I think that weekend.
Okay.
Formerly known as Christopher Columbus Day.
Glad they changed it.
Yeah. So, shout out Native Americans.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm glad the world is trying to be a better place by changing the names of holidays. As long as we don't go in the direction of the Purge.
We did find out the Purge happened on a Monday.
Yeah, there's some like random freaks out there that are like,
You think they'd have the decency to do it on a Friday so you have Saturday, Sunday to recover.
March 21st, 2022. I know that would actually be a Monday.
Do you think they had work the next day? Like the Purge ends and then on Tuesday, like that next morning? Do you think
They're
like
like,
Purge
"Fuck,
ends
dude."
at 7 and somebody has work at McDonald's at 9? Like somebody's got to come in. Also, do you think we can cut this at any time? But do you think like 24-hour like businesses still open? Do you think 7-Eleven stays open during the Purge?
I want Jack in the Box right now, man.
Like, I've been purging up a storm. I could go for some tacos.
I could go for some Jack in the Box
Working
tacos,
with Jack in the Box.
dude.
May I take your order?
Yeah, are they safe?
Have a good Purge night.
Don't kill the Jack in the Box
Maybe
cashier.
the Jack in the Box, like now with COVID, how Jack in the Box has like prison bar cells to like slide the food through. I don't know if you've been to a fast food
Yeah,
restaurant
but that's
recently.
not going to protect you from a
Just
gun
make it
bullet.
metal. Just make it metal.
I guess. I don't know, man.
You've clearly never been to a gas station in Compton
No, I've clearly never been to Compton, dude.
I had to drop off my cousin at LAX at the airport, and I had to get gas in Compton, and I had to go to the attendant to pay for it. And they have the attendant box that they have at gas stations.
Oh, and it's barred up. Yes,
it's barred up. Except also, she had a metal drawer where she would push it towards me, and then it would be a little open box I could put the money in.
So there's
and then she'd
no
slide
contact
it back,
at
and
all.
then she took it out of the box.
I've seen that. That's in some places in Vallejo or some shit, dude.
Super ghetto places.
That exists. So yeah, maybe they would survive during the purge. I don't know.
So begs the question: would 24-hour businesses still be open during the purge?
No. That shit's closing, dude. And a lot of people going to work the next day. If there is work the next day, they're going to be hoping.
Shit,
I hope the buildings burn down. I hope the buildings burn down. I don't.
Why didn't you do it then on Purge Day? If that's what you're thinking, if that's what your hope is,
so you don't have to go back.
You should have done it on Purge Day.
Oh, I guess people that hate their jobs.
See, that's part of the purge that you would enact.
Burn my work down, but then I wouldn't have a job.
If your feeling is, I hope my place of work got burned down. I hope my place of work got burned down. Then why not just do it yourself on Purge night?
Here's what it is. I wouldn't burn it down fully, but I would destroy
your
something
boss's
enough.
Office?
I don't know. No. I would
just enough to give you a week off.
Yes, exactly. I would like
a fire in the women's
destroy
bathroom?
a few guests. Yes. I would say, oh, we can't work in the facility because someone shat on the floor.
Someone farted in here.
Someone farted in here.
Someone straight up farted in there,
and it's been lingering for a week. Everyone's off for the next week. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I did that. Yeah. All right. I guess
we don't
that's
have to keep any of that as much of that as we like.
All right, y'all. See you later. Bye. That bad.